boy. Welcome to Here Are Two Cents. My name's Al.
And I'm your girl, Cammie.
And today we are discussing, and there's a reason I started off that way, Disney. We're going to go to the Mickey Mouse's house himself. And we're going to talk about our experience at Disney, a Reddit story. We're going to get into that. Things that we like and don't like at theme parks. And just an overall recap of how we spent this weekend in the magical, most wonderful place on earth. I'm going to start us off with a Reddit story. And this is their little rant, okay? So, title, my rant from doing a week-long visit. So I just came back from doing a week at Disneyland. Longest time I spent at Disneyland and I loved it. But I did pick up some pet peeves while being there for a week. Number one, people who just stop in the middle of the walkways around Disneyland. Why? I will say that is not only at Disneyland, it's in Disney World as well.
And other things.
I get people don't walk the same pace as everyone else, and that can cause some walking traffic. That's very understandable. But for people that just stop dead in their tracks in the middle of the road, please pull to the side and do whatever you have to do.
Immediately.
Expeditiously. Using your words now.
I know. That's me. Hopefully.
Number two. I know this one will go for most people, but people who think they can save places in line for their friends and family. A group of 5 people just cut most of the 30-minute wait line on Jungle Cruise. And to add salt to the wound, they bragged about being more in front of the line. Now, I feel like there's a grace period with this kind of thing. Like, if it's a 5-10 minute thing and, you popped in line, I'd be like, okay. But it's the ones where, like, it's been 45 minutes and somehow you found your way to your party and we're, like, 2 groups of parties before we load, I'm going to be annoyed.
Absolutely.
So, this person just continued on to say, like, still love Disneyland, but these things got on my nerves, basically. So, what are some things that kind of rubbed you the wrong way? We did go to Disney recently, so maybe use your experience. We went to Epcot to be more specific.
Yeah. For me, I definitely feel that person's pain because it doesn't just only happen at Disney World or Disneyland. It also happens at other theme parks and amusement parks, even in the damn mall, okay? Even in the mall. And for me, the whole walking and then immediately abruptly stopping, like, we're in a flow here. If you want to divert from the path, do that. Pull over to the side. But don't start walking and then immediately stop. There's people behind you. Yeah, they're not that close to you, but there are people behind you. So please have that kind of decency, that mindset, like, oh, there's people behind me. Let me move over to the side so people can continue moving along with their walk. You know?
The worst part? When it's a group of people who all stop. It's like, it's not bad enough when one person does it, but there's 5 of you right now that decided to stop on Main Street. Main Street, which is the main area to get into the park. You decide... And it could be anywhere, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be just Main Street, but that's just the one example I can think of where people are, like, walking. I remember I had an ice cream cone.
Magic Kingdom,
That's
right?
in Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
But I remember I had an ice cream cone. I went from the Disney Princess area. I got an Aurora cone, which I highly recommend. If you can get an Aurora cone, Aurora cone. I can't ever say that.
Aurora cone?
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty. Get her cone, okay? I'm sorry, guys. Get her cone. You won't be disappointed. It was really, really great. But it was I was walking with it, and someone just stopped. I'm like, bro, if I would have kept... Like, what happened if that would have happened? You know what I mean?
Oh, my
like,
God.
I'm sitting there eating my ice cream and, like, walking, and la, 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 I'm walking, and this guy, like, and his partner just stopped right in front of me, and the girl doesn't seem to be... Like, she's in La La Land, just, like, on her phone looking down, and maybe they're looking at the map, but, like... Move over.
Yeah. You know they're going to tell you, oh, you're walking too close to me. Why weren't you paying attention?
But luckily my cone was saved. But, like, it easily could have been another way. And then guess who's going to be mad?
The other person.
The other person. I'm going to be like, well, you shouldn't have just stopped in the middle.
You just ruined my clothes.
Yeah.
I hate that. The walking traffic, I totally agree with that person's Reddit post. Also, I also don't like the whole thing of, like, you are one person or 2 people in the line in front of me. And I'm thinking, like, okay, it's only 2 people in front of me and my 3 friends, me and my family, me by myself will be in that ride very shortly. And then in a few minutes, close to when you're going to get onto the ride before you get in, like before you get closer, but you know you're not in that long line anymore, so you're about to go inside. about 5 or 6 people just come out of nowhere. They were just over there on the sidelines waiting for that person to get closer to the front before they enter into the door to go into the ride. And now I'm looking like, bro, now I not only do I have that 1 or 2 people in front of me, now I have a whole family of 5, 6, 7, 8 people just jumped in front of me. You know how infuriating and maddening that makes me feel? Like, bro, I can't even speak. It makes me feel so mad. Like, I'm literally like, bro, I was so close. Because I have other things to do. This is not the one ride that I want to be on. Y'all making me bring out the accent. But it makes me so infuriating. It's so maddening. Just to be like, I'm so close. I'm about to get in some AC. You know how hot it is in Disney World? It's like Disney World built itself right there on the equator. Like the point of entry of the sun's rays is where Disney World is. No matter which park you're in, you're hot. Okay? And just to be like, oh, I'm about to go inside an AC, and then 2 seconds later, I'm going to be on that ride for just 5 to 7 to 3. No matter what it is, even if it's one more person, it's one too many. Okay?
You know, one of the things that makes me annoyed, and this could be also because I have work experience, but when you're in a single rider line, keyword on single rider line, okay? That means solo. So don't come in that line with your group of friends and be shocked. Like, we decided to go on Remy in France and Epcot, and we went on the single rider line. And I said, guys, single rider line right now is 20 minutes. Or Remy, the standby, is 70. I'm good with going solo, and I'll see you guys at the exit. And that's what we did. Now, don't get up there and be like, oh, I can't go with Ashley? What? And then, like, go to standby. And then you're like, but I just went through this line. No, you went through a short line. You thought you could skip the general line, the standby line. And we're not dumb. I'm telling you, we're not dumb.
That's annoying.
But it's annoying also as the people behind them. Like, we all read the sign, the clear instructions that said single rider line.
Multiple signs.
The signs that also say, you may be split up with your party. You may, like, don't act dumb. Just follow the rules. You'll see them at the exit. It'll be probably 10 minutes, especially if you are the one behind each other.
Exactly.
Because they try and fill you into spots. So if there's a shell or a ride operated that has 4 people in one little machine, and you're the 4th person because there's only 3 in that, cool. If there's one where it's 2 and then you're the next 2, cool. But just for production's sake, keep it moving. Absolutely. So that's one of my pet peeves.
For sure, you right on. Keep it moving.
Just get on.
I can't stand it. And then the next one, no offense to anybody, I know people like don't like that because you feel like they're gonna say something nasty or rude. But for me personally speaking, when I'm at a theme park, I'm there to relax and have a good time. Please control your little humans. Big humans, control your little humans. And let me explain this, right? We're at a theme park. We're all here to have fun. I'm not saying the kids can't run up and down, but let that be in a particular order. There's orders to the running up and down. Your kids should not be bumping into somebody, especially if they have food or drinks in their hand. Your kids should not be stepping on people's feet and not apologizing. Your kids should not be squeezing past people without saying, excuse me. And then you just looking like, oh, this is normal. This is fine. My kid doesn't need to say excuse me. My kid doesn't need to apologize to you. My kid doesn't need to watch out for you. You need to watch out for my kid. Excuse me? Mm-hmm. If I was a parent, that would not be, no. My kid needs to say, excuse me. Even if they have to yell it at you so you can understand my kid is talking to you. My kid needs to say, I'm sorry. My kid needs to say, hey, mommy, can you ask this person to move because they're not hearing me? Mm-hmm. Okay, my kid shouldn't be squeezing by somebody like right in between us. We're walking and people are just squeezing between us like we're walking here as a group. Mm-hmm. You can definitely go around just like we go around other people. We go around people who are in scooters. We go around people who got children walking with leashes on. We go around these people. Your kid should not be squeezing through me and walking away from you at that. In a park?
Yeah.
Like, who does that? What's wrong with you? Do you not want the safety of your child? Yes, we're in Disney World, Disneyland. Really, generally safe. But just be mindful. Like, come on. It's a park full of humans. Your child can slide down into the lake. And we all know what's in that lake. Okay? So... come on, man. Come on. And there's food stalls. Like, people, you think your kid can get burned by something or hurt by something? Come on. I just can't. Outside of that, those are the things that really are my pet peeves. The walking people who stop in front of you abruptly out of nowhere. The people who are entitled to, like, just cutting in front of you because somebody in their family was holding that spot. Mm-hmm. the children that their family are not really watching them and making sure that they're being mindful to the other ones around us, and the parents or the guardian of those children also being mindful to turn to the person and say, I'm so sorry that he or she just ran through you. I'm sorry that she or he stepped on your feet. I'm sorry that he or she just bunked you and you spilled your food.
Yeah.
Or almost caused you to do it. They just passed by you like they didn't even see you, like you're invisible. Like it's your fault.
Yep.
Those are the... Oh,
we got another one.
I'm so sorry. I know that this is something that really can't be controlled in a
Okay.
sense because of space, but I would love for them to have more seating, especially around the places where you eat.
Yeah.
You can't tell me I'm going in here to buy some food and there's only 5 seats and I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to stand to eat a whole meal situation. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I wish they would have more seating, even if the restaurant itself can't be renovated to put more chairs and tables. At least accommodate people with some type of fold-in situation on the outside, like where they can like fold down to like a table and for space. I know you can do those compact like table situations where you just plop them up. It's a table. When you're done, you pop it down to conserve the space. Do something.
Yeah.
Do something. Y'all making billions of dollars. Do something.
No, I get what you're saying. If they have maybe a little bit more, even like seating areas, so that you can kind of pop down and eat.
Yeah.
You're saying,
Yeah, because when we went to Chinatown, there was hardly any space.
Yeah.
Like
When
I
we were
kept
at
going back.
Epcot.
Yeah, had to go back and forth between to look for places to sit, so
Yeah.
you guys can eat your lunch.
So we went to Epcot during the Festival of the Arts, which is a yearly festival that focuses on the arts. It was really, really nice. It was cool to see the flowers, sculptures of things. We saw Miguel from Coco.
Ooh.
Who else did we see?
We saw Peter
Groot.
Pan, Groot,
Captain Hook.
Captain Hook, the alligator from Peter Pan. I actually don't know the name of the alligator if it does have one. We
Saw
also
Donald
saw
Duck and his cousins and nephews. Yeah.
We also saw the Lion King, Simba.
Yeah, the crow was on top
Yeah.
of the flowers. It was kind of funny. I was like, dang, not on Mufasa. Like, foretelling much? Like, he's just sitting there eating Mufasa's, like, hair. I'm
Phineas
like,
and Ferb.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb was there. We didn't see them, but we saw later on that they were behind the
And the
spaceship
Moana situation.
Yeah, okay. So it's been a few years since I've been to Disney. I want to say it was more closer to 2017, 2018, maybe
same
19. Going into Epcot, the changes that they made, it's beautiful. Just
Very
to walk around, they definitely updated it. The fun back history of Epcot is it wasn't supposed to be a theme park.
Oh.
It was actually originally with Walt was supposed to be a community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I can see that.
It stands for letters. Epcot stands for something. Don't ask me. I forgot it. Okay. But it's actually supposed to be a community about the future and about technology and just togetherness.
Hence all the space stuff that was there beforehand.
Yeah. That's why there's a lot of space themes. It was based on like technology of the future and just having. I'm trying to push that to like.
Yeah.
Always like not get ahead, but like keep pushing that envelope when it comes to the development of technology and things like that.
Yeah, like tomorrow's future.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what he ended up doing is, I don't know who involved in Disney actually decided to make it into a theme park, but they did. It has that theme still, but you kind of see it now with how they created the space. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of community vibes to it. I feel like a lot of areas to kind of sit, like where the restaurants are not many seatings, but around the park there are a lot of different seating options and like just different areas just to relax and just see the flowers and see the environment around you and just kind of sit in the immersiveness of it instead of like, okay, we're going
hustle and the bustle.
Yeah,
we gotta run to the next ride.
Yeah, like it gives a different vibe being in that area.
It's more relaxed.
It's more relaxed, and then you get into the park and you're like into the thick of it, you know. We're going to the woods. But our first day, we woke up bright and early for Epcot, and we were on a mission because I have not been on Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember, when I was in Disney, that was in talks. It wasn't even being built because that was still Ellen's ride.
Yeah,
that Ellen ride was a 20-minute. Like, if you need protection from the outside sun, that would be the ride to go on because you could get AC for 20 minutes, come back rejuvenated and ready to tackle your day, right? So when I went there, my whole thing was like, let me see if I can see some old friends. Let's see what rides are like. But I knew that was a roller coaster, and I am scared of roller coasters.
I am too, because I'm afraid of heights.
I don't like heights, and I barely like drops.
Yeah, the drops be getting you.
Yeah, so I will say this. We did the virtual queue. Now, if you're seeing this episode, virtual queue will no longer exist after our weekend. But
for real? Like
no,
for this
so
weekend?
we were the last weekend of virtual queue for that ride, which means wait times are gonna go crazy up. Now, what we ended up doing, we were on the app and we were just click, refresh, and then we got it. We were the first group. Our group number was like number 6. So we got, as soon as we got to the park, that's why we were booking it straight to.
Yeah, we had to go there immediately.
Yeah, so we were booking it straight to Guardians, and we got on the ride. It was like, what, 15 minutes? If
yeah,
that?
it was
immediate let on,
like,
yeah.
Get in there. Because there was a line building up, but thank goodness that she got us on the virtual queue. I didn't know it was so deep.
Yeah.
Sorry, that noise that you hear in the background is actually a hamster that's on a wheel.
Can't control it.
She and Allie were going through and refreshing to get us on the virtual queue. Me, I have no idea what any of that was.
You know,
I was asleep. I know what it is now,
yeah.
but I mean, like, I heard you guys talking about it before, and I was like, yeah, that's your thing. You got that. You guys are the Disney humans.
So we went on that ride immediately, and like getting off that ride, getting on the ride, I was nervous because I'm scared of roller coasters, right? And I kept getting, this ride is like no other. This ride is like no other. This is the best ride. It was a really, really good ride. It was intense, and it was smooth. But like your headband almost.
Yeah, I had on an orange headband. You guys would see from the clips, like on our TikToks and our shorts and our reels. That headband kept going like this. Woo, woo, woo. And I love roller coasters, but I like a nice roller coaster. I don't like the ones that have like the death drops and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. No, especially. But this one's an indoor roller coaster. So for me, it was less fearful for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fearful? Yeah. And because, of course, I'm not super high up. And if I am super high up, I can't tell because it's dark for the most part. So for the movement, it was very smooth, very quick. The drops were not that severe. They weren't super deep. They were very short drops. Like, as soon as you knew you were on a drop, you were already done with the drop. So it was very fast and quick, and which I love.
I love the ride. I'm scared of it still. Like, not scared like I would never go on, but it still gives me that, like, but I also don't like roller coasters. Yeah. But I would go on that ride again, but it's definitely something that, like, you have to experience. I think it's one of the best rides at Epcot, and the wait times are going to reflect that. Don't be shocked if you see that once this VQ thing disappears. I'm not going to be shocked if the wait times for this ride are like 100 minutes. Because just for Frozen, that was continuously throughout the day, 70 minutes or plus. We had Remy Ratatouille, that ride kept going down. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of saw that shift. Mission Space is probably an easy ride to get on and get off of. Nemo as well. You don't really have to worry about those rides when you're thinking about Epcot. Mm-hmm. Test Track at this current moment in time of this recording is down for refurbishment. They have the cars out if you want to take some pictures with the cars.
Yeah. Soar.
Soarin's always going to have a long wait time. Do I think it's worth it? Not really. But if you're first time coming to Disney, definitely go on it and check it out. It's a definitely easy ride, especially if you have little ones. Yes. I would definitely say if you have little ones, go on Nemo, because after you get off Nemo, you have the aquarium. But also Turtle Talk. Turtle Talk does not get enough love that it deserves. It's a fun little show. It's interactive. Your kids can talk to Crush. All right?
Yeah.
And Crush will respond with some funny anecdotes and very... very personal experience. They like really do a good job. Yeah. As an adult, I was entertained just to see the kids' reactions and Crush like telling them like, "Oh, I like your Nike shoes," and the kids like, "Oh, really? Oh, Crush, you see him?"
He's like, "Dude,
yeah,
look at your shirt.
It's awesome." Why do I think of Totally Kyle? Totally.
Ned and Ted, Excellent Adventure.
But anyways, I will say that
Bill
ride...
and Ted. Bill and Ted. Is it Bill and Ted? It's Bill and Ted, not Ned and Ted. What was I saying?
I don't know.
Wow. Sorry, Keanu Reeves, and to the other guy, I can't think of your name. I'm so sorry.
But I will say that ride was hands down the best ride at Epcot. And it's up there for the best ride for me in all of Disney World.
I agree.
It's just so creative. I love the fact that we had a song. And we're like, one way for another. I'm gonna find ya. I'm gonna get you, get you, get you, get you. That was our song.
But I heard that this song can switch.
Yeah, the songs change, so they're random. So you might not get the song that we got, but it was such a fun time.
Yeah.
But I was scared.
Very visually pleasing. Again, the ride was very smooth. It was very quick. It was
Don't want to
precise.
give
It
you
was bam,
spoilers.
bam, bam.
I'm not going to tell you what happens.
Oh yeah, we're not
But-
telling that, and you can't record. And if they let you record, that's a special thing.
Yeah.
However, they do not let you record. They tell you, please do not record.
Yeah, and just out of respect, give the experience. So everyone can
Yes.
kind of have their own experience with the ride. Don't
Yes.
record. You don't
Please.
need it. Just be in the moment.
Yes.
But the ride just
I don't think you can record the way that thing was going. Mm-mm.
on the
Maybe
ride
it's-
itself, no.
yeah.
But I'm saying like when you get to the waiting
yeah.
room, there's a
Yeah.
certain section where you have to stop recording. Or
Yeah.
at least they request that of you. Just be respectful and mindful of that.
Yeah. I would definitely say that's the best ride in Epcot. I'm not sure about the other. I would have to do the tour again for the
Yeah.
other parks, but as of right now, I would definitely say that's the number one ride for
Yeah.
me for sure.
So I like the fact that the scenes were all changing. Like you sometimes had screens
Mm-hmm.
on that roller coaster for like to see like the story plot of the ride
Yeah.
continuing. But then sometimes you had like literal displays. What do you
Yeah,
call them?
figures.
Like actual things where you saw it on the ride and you're like, oh crap. And you're
Yeah.
trying to pay attention to the details, but you know, it's a
Yeah.
roller coaster. But it was really good.
It
I
was
would go
really
on it
good.
again, but I of course would be scared.
Yeah, we'll put you in the middle. Because we were literally in the front, but quote
Whoa.
unquote the back. It was weird.
Yeah, you'll find out.
But what else would you think about? Okay, so tell us about your experience with Magic Kingdom.
So
your
for-
overall experience, like what was your favorite ride, things like that. Because we talked about like our dislikes for things in the park or how things go per the Reddit. But like for Magic Kingdom, what was like your favorite ride or favorite experience? Oh, before we go there, with what she said about Nemo, right around the same area as Nemo, like literally quick walking distance, is the Moana experience. Highly recommended for children.
Go during
It is
nighttime.
Beautiful, especially at nighttime. The lights light up and it's gorgeous. It's a really fun thing. It's a water, earth, land experience. Big emphasis on the water, so you're gonna love it. It's really pretty.
If you don't want to get wet, I would suggest maybe going to the left side because they do have a dry section. But to be honest, we went and you don't really get wet.
You don't get soaked unless you fall in.
Yeah, that's on you if you do.
Yeah.
But for Magic Kingdom, the whole goal of going to Magic Kingdom for me personally was I wanted to go on Tiana's Bayou adventure,
yeah.
and I wanted to get some beignets. Now we failed on the beignets because they sold
Yeah.
out at like 1:30. We were shocked. We went over to get them, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't have any more." So maybe if you guys are wanting those beignets, you might want to think of going early in the day rather than later in the afternoon because they do sell out pretty quickly. But our goal for me was just to get on Tiana's Bayou, which I wanted to go on because I have not been on it. I was on the previous ride before, but obviously that was a couple years ago. I will say this. My thoughts on the ride, because it used to be Splash Mountain.
Yeah, I
Remember
love
Splash
Splash Mountain.
Now-
You get wet a lot. I haven't been on Tiana's ride
Now,
yet.
Tiana Bayou, whether you get wet or not, I can't scientifically prove what's the method of madness on that, because I saw people get out and look like they went through a whole swimming athletic event, and then I saw people who looked like they just, were dry. So I fell in the latter category of being dry. I was very thankful. I was in the back. I told the person, don't put me in the front, please. So that's the one hint for you, is go to the back. You might be better off. Because me and Hannah were like, we did not have a change of clothes. I said I was going to be prepared. Like, I'm going to bring a change of clothes. Did not do that. I was like, do I have a poncho on? No. So we were just risking it, right? So we got loaded up and we were in the back row. And there's 3 rows. So we were in the 3rd row. There's a party of 2 in front of us and then another party of 2. Those first people, when they came off, they were wet. The middle people were like so-so. Me and Hannah, my glasses had freckles of water on them. Mm-hmm. That was about it. My butt also was a little bit wet, like tiny bit. But by the time I walked around, it was already dry. So, Tiana's Bayou, don't know. The one thing I will say though is I wish they would have stuck with the theming of Tiana's Bayou all the way through the ride. It's very easy to tell that where they put their money on, like making that ride the focus, and then where Mount Splash Mountain is. There was not like a continuation. Like you would go from like her kitchen, the restaurant, very detailed, very good. Like you even smell the food, this and everything, right? And then you get to the like actual place where you're about to like load up onto Splash Mountain, like you're walking down in I'm sorry, in Tiana's Bayou. You know in Splash Mountain where they have the rocks on the side? It's the same stuff. They did not change it.
What?
The only thing they did is, you know, in the mines, the same lighting fixtures, everything's the same. So it kind of disrupts the story of Tiana's Bayou.
That's
like
strange.
They didn't, and I get it. They probably were like, we spent all the money on the animatronics, which are beautiful, by the way. The animatronics are amazing. Definitely put a lot more detail and attention to those than in the future and like other rides. But it just sucks that like it's kind of like jarring effect. Like you're going in and you're like, oh, I'm in Tiana's Bayou. Oh, this is so cute. All these little fixtures, and then you're like, Splash Mountain? Is that you, Splash Mountain? Oh, is that you? Oh, is that you? Like you really like. What is this? Because it's like the rocks from the mountain and the lights, same light fixtures. Like I remembered, and I was like, I'm kind of out of the story already, right? And then when you look on the side where it used to be, I think like a gold mine of stuff, is Tiana's spices and hot sauces and peppers. I'm like, this is not
it.
Huh? So I wish, because Disney is usually pretty good at the continuation of a story. They usually don't drop the ball. But in this case, in my opinion, I think they dropped the ball in continuing Tiana's story. Then when you get on the ride itself, the story of the ride is very confusing. Like, I wish they would have just, you know what, they missed the ball when you got to dig a little deeper. The thing is the song at the end, right?
Yeah.
It should have been, I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a better ending of a song, and then you just
drop. Yeah. That would make more sense.
Now I'll see you on the other side. But everyone's like, it's not canon, he died. I'm like, look,
Sir, madam, he is in the story. It is very canon. Especially it plays into the whole drop.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna see you on the other side.
Yeah. Are you ready? Like, I wish that
they could have did that.
Yeah,
at
that's
least,
what I'm saying.
to let you know, like, oh, this is where the drop is.
Yeah. But, yeah. The story...
And maybe he didn't have to say, see you on the other side. He could just say, are you ready?
Yeah.
And that's it.
But, yeah. I just wish that they would have continued that plot.
Because those old fixtures for like a mining lamp light, they could have just turned it into a lantern, like at when she goes into the swamp.
Yeah.
And they could have turned those rocks into trees.
Yeah, like it was just very obvious that they didn't put any. Like when I mean,
they
it's literally
built
the same.
something over it. So if they didn't want to take it down, or if it was structural, like standing kind of situation, they could have. If they couldn't like shave it down or sand it down, which I feel like they still could have, because I feel like it's all plastic unless it's real rock. But if it's real rock, they could have built something to go around it, if that makes sense, to just make it look like trees.
I enjoyed the ride. I was singing all like the songs hit because they always do. Yeah. I love that they have the original voice actress in there as well. So she, and she's also in the ride again. It's not like a different voice, but it's just like I wish it would have carried all the way through. And then after that, I love the parade. If you can do anything, go to the 12 o'clock or the 3 o'clock parade. That one's amazing. That's where you see Maleficent, and that's where you see the princesses and Mickey and Minnie and Chip and Dale and all those friends come out.
Yeah, I love Chip and Dale.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's the 12 p.m. and the 3 p.m. Parade.
Okay.
The 5:10 parade is quick. It's so short. It's like Adventures and Friends or something like that. You'll see it on the app. Don't quote me on the name. But it is so good. But it's so quick. It's literally 1 minute long of a parade. Because you see the Incredibles, you see Woody, and some other Pixar people. You see Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Right? And they come across, and their thing is very, very quick. So, like, if you miss it, I would say, unless you really in love with those characters, yes, go see it. But, like, I think the 12 and 3 o'clock one, they're the same show, but just giving you 2 times to see it. I would choose that one over this one. Like, I wouldn't wait for this one. Because it's so short. Like, me and Hannah saw it, and I was like, that's it? But I loved the characters. But it was like 2 sections, and that was it. Because it was just those characters.
Very strange.
And they were just going around the park real quick.
Wait, what time or day or night was this?
That show is at 5:10.
Okay.
At
Because I was
Magic Kingdom.
thinking that the other characters
the-
might be getting ready for something else, so I wasn't sure. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. So it was really good. I think me and her focused more on like just kind of relaxing and chilling, and like if the rides fit us with the timing, we went. But if they didn't, we were just like, okay. Because for me, Tiana was my number one thing I wanted to get on, and then after that, it was just like seeing the parades.
Okay.
So I think we went on Mine Train, which I forgot that Mine Train starts immediately. I thought I was gonna see like Snow White. We were gonna go
No, it's
eat
like,
some apples, you know. And then I was talking to Hannah, and I'm just ready to do a quick photo like this, you know, like, all right, girl. And then it's like, and
it still has that jolt.
it jolted me because we were literally chatting. We were not expecting it. Like we thought it started off. You know how like all those boat rides start off pretty slow, and then it goes like boom into that roller coaster theme kind of thing. That's what I thought happened on Mine Train because I forgot. And I was like, oh yeah, we don't go like really quick until we're closer to the outside part of. No, it's immediate. So yeah, that was fun. It was a cool little ride, but it was so funny because my whole little cart, none of us saw it coming. We were all chatting, and we're like, dang. Like, and then when we got off, we're like, I was not expecting that start. I was like, you too? I thought we had at least a good 30 seconds. But it was like immediate. As soon as they said like lap bars, please, and boom. I was like,
wow.
Oh. So yeah.
Crazy.
Mine Train was great, but Mine Train also has a really big line. You know what ride has a big line that I don't understand? Peter Pan. And I know people in the comment section will be like, Peter Pan's amazing, it's a classic.
I
Why?
can't remember Peter Pan's
Exactly.
ride. What is it?
I don't remember.
Is it the little thingy?
I think it's like similar to Winnie the Pooh, but don't quote me, guys. I haven't been on that ride in years. I mean, way past when the last time I went to Disney. Like, I mean,
I
Magic
didn't even know
Kingdom.
they still had the ride.
It's in Magic Kingdom. It's across from It's a Small World, and it continuously has a line, and I don't understand because it's boring to me.
I didn't think they had the ride anymore. I thought they replaced it with somebody else.
Nah, it's still there, and it still has a long wait.
I know Winnie the Pooh
Even
not gonna.
Teacup had a long wait. We were like, okay,
Yeah, because
never
everybody
mind.
loves the teacup.
And then I was like, Dumbo had a long wait. We were just like,
Yeah,
ugh.
I know Dumbo and Winnie the Pooh is not going anywhere, but I could have sworn they were talking about replacing Peter Pan's ride a few years ago. So that's why I was surprised when you said Peter Pan. I was like, wait, he's still there? Hey, it is
But
what it is.
We also did a really great job of meeting the characters, which is always a fun time to see Tiana and Rapunzel and just meet with them and chat with them and, you know, take pictures and stuff like that. So it was just fun, like little chill day to kind of be a kid, and it's reminiscent. It's like I miss the parks, you know. I always love the parks, and my goal was to actually go to all the Disney World parks in the world, and I have 2 more left.
What are the 2?
China, so I have Hong Kong, Disneyland, and I have Shanghai.
Okay.
So those are the last 2 I need to hit to have all
are you
the
gonna
parks.
do that this year or next year?
I don't know, because I said I was going to go to London, so I don't know if I can make it to China.
Are you going to Disney? London doesn't have a
No,
Disneyland.
they don't. I'm just
Disney
going
World?
because I wanted to meet up with some friends that lived
she's
in Korea.
going for extracurricular activities.
So yeah,
I'm going to do high tea.
I'm gonna have an English breakfast.
I
mean,
let me just tell you something.
At least I had potatoes and I had
Let-
egg. At least I can work with
Ma'am,
that.
let me just tell you one
I'm going
thing.
to Caribbean side of London.
Ma'am, let me just tell you something.
I'm going to the Caribbean side of London.
Unless I'm wrong, my British blokes can tell me. My British people can tell me. When you do your traditional English breakfast, I'm telling you this now, you're not going to love a blood sausage.
Oh, I know. They have them in Korea.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like, they have something similar. Like, I don't touch it. I look at it from
I'm going to
afar.
tell you, look here, when they tell you just substitute your blood sausage. Trust me, you're not going to like it. I know that.
I know.
And are you going to eat the beans?
On toast? Beans on toast?
Yeah, it's actually good.
Nah, the way Keith
Just-
was like, taking 10 years to
look.
bite that bread.
The bread is not that bad, depending on where you go. Sometimes, some places, they toast
well,
a little hard.
Will I try it? I will try it. Do I think it's going to be amazing?
No. It's just something to have. Maybe you don't have to put it on your toast, but you can just.
Oh, I'm
eat
going to put it on my toast. I'm gonna be a full
You're gonna
bread
record.
about it.
You're gonna record it.
I'll put it on my toast. Honestly, I've been saving restaurants, but mostly I've been saving like Caribbean restaurants. And I'm like,
Yes.
friend, hey, because I have a friend that lives there. I'm like, can we go here? Can we go here? Can we go there?
Make sure you go to that square. That I forgot where it is. I'm gonna have to find it for you. Somebody else I was watching. I saw it on TikTok. I saw it on Instagram. I saw it on YouTube Shorts. But I saw somebody actually go there when she visited London, it's like a square where you can go and get like different foods and stuff like that from
that'd be
different
cool.
vendors.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you when you're going there, though.
Yeah.
Not now, because you're gonna lose it.
Yes, I will.
It's gonna disappear in our memes.
But the goal is the goal is to go to London in 2026. I don't know if that will happen. And then 2027,
I believe it
the
will.
next goal would be Barcelona. These are also countries I've never been to. So I have never been to England and never been to Spain.
Okay.
So I wanted to try and hit those if I can.
You will. I know you will.
But I also wanted
God
to go
willing.
to China too, like to get those parks.
Look,
but who knows?
You'll figure out what's most important.
But that is all for today. Let's go to bed. So thank you so much for listening to the podcast. And my name's Allie.
And I'm Cammie.
And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and follow us on all our social media platforms. You can find us at Hear Our 2 Cents. So it's here, HEAR _ our 2 cents. Okay, so HEAR _ our 2 cents. And Cammie, what websites can they find us on?
I mean, in our bio, we do have a link tree, but just to give you a few, we have Instagram, we have YouTube, we have Twitch, we have Twitter, we have YouTube. No, I already said that.
Instagram.
We have Lemonade. We have TikTok. We have Blue Sky. We have, well, I said Twitter, but AKA X. And bless you. And we also have Facebook. So you can find us on pretty much anywhere. And of course, don't forget our podcast. If you're listening to this or watching this, our podcast, you can find it anywhere you listen to your podcast: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Pandora, and etc. iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
Find us. Google us, actually.
We're Googleable.
Yeah.
But no, thank you guys again for listening and watching, and we hope that you have a great time on your next Disney trip.
Yes.
And this is the last one where we're going to be in the same room together probably for a little bit. So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye
For now, until we meet again, I said so long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now, until we meet again.